Okay, so last time you all had a wonderful little demon incursion,
Yeah.
Charities of Malachi, who gave you a small demon incursion along with everybody going to our favorite chaplain Marduk and antagonizing the fuck out of him once again, and then deciding that, let's dick around for a little while longer, and the commissar slash inquisitor of the area said, hey, due to this lockdown that we have to have, we found out there was a Cornite coffin underneath, and there was like some like blood vials and stuff in there. So we're burning that and destroying it. While that's happening, the Nutribar is on lockdown. We're going to limit how many times you can come back to the area, as we don't want a lot of Space Marines coming through, as we need to filter and make sure that we can set up proper precautions again. And so things are stricter and more limited. So while you are going to go out for an expedition eventually, know that it will be more important about locking an area down, finding the light switch to turn the light switch on, then getting that area secure and safe, and then taking a rest there of regroups or respites or fortifying positions. Or taking less engagements, or when taking engagements, taking them so that they're smarter and set up in your favor in combat. Ambushes can still occur, and you can still be jumped, but anyways, Malachi's not here for this session, so one of you gets to draw a card. Who wants to draw a card?
Would you like a card?
Sure.
Go pick on the blood table and roll a d20.
Okay, let's do. I think last time when I went out, the first time I drew a card. Portia, have you driven? Just confirm. Have you both also already drawn cards before?
Yeah. I did like early on, but
I did. Cool. Okay. It's on one, so I'll do the second one. All right. Let me roll d20. I'm going to do table. I think I did table 1 the first time. So, actually, we'll do table 1. I've declared table 1. Okay, overthink it. All right. D20. 17. Table 1. An airing of grievances.
A weapon cannot be substituted for zeal. Play this during discussion, debate, or negotiation. Make an impassioned speech to convince one individual on an opposing side of rightness of your position. You gain 1 wrath when using this.
what? Very well. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You could have used that yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, here you are today, and you are still within the chapel if you wish to do anything before you leave, as you took your rest. And here you are now.
So it was just a respite, right?
Well, a respite is a full rest.
Oh, sorry. It was a regroup.
You took a respite because all of you came in and then fully rest. So you're still within the chapel because you woke up from your respite with this message being sent out to everybody that has data slates. The apothecary message, however, is that somehow there has been a contamination breach within the food supply as to why the Nutribar is shut down. They want apothecaries to keep this is only to the apothecaries and their data slates. They want the apothecaries to keep an eye on all of their brothers, whoever ate from yesterday, because they believe the contamination was fairly recent and someone contaminated the food supply. And if they are exhibiting genetic deformation or chaos corruption, that the apothecary would know how to put them down or to deal with it.
Yeah.
So you're saying Portillo has diarrhea right now?
It's not Nurgle.
Space diarrhea.
This my ceramite frickin' filters it out.
Portil, so you have your rest. Do your resolve check for your rest of the dragon. And Artorius, you hear licking in your ear when you wake up.
And a subtle, yes, daddy.
No.
I wake up slightly repulsed.
You hear a short voice that says, I'm watching you always.
They're watching me.
As you look to put on your armor and such, and you see there are two shadowy tongues that lick down from your hand up your arm and then disappear into the fog.
In
I
traditional
shudder and
fashion, I always
mutter a
roll
prayer.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, just shudder and mutter a prayer.
Roll me a resolve check when you mutter that prayer.
Okay.
You have 1 point of corruption, correct, or 2?
We're just one right now. Conviction? I got a Wrath 1-3.
How many points, you said?
The Wrath 1, but with a 3.
You... I want to make sure I get this right. I'm looking it up in the rulebook. No yawning.
Sorry, dude. I haven't slept in like 3 months.
The fuck? You gain another point of corruption as the tongues kind of wrap around your arms and your hands, and you feel the saliva beginning to drip between your skin pores as you feel lubed up on all sides.
No!
And then it starts to burn, and then it starts to burn more, and it gets irritated, and your skin begins to blister and rash and chafe. But that also feels a little bit good. It all dissipates away as you are now at 2 corruption.
You now have dermatitis.
Sounds like it. I got a fucking skin disease now. Alright, let me put that in my notes. I'm a corrupt little guy.
Well, it's just 2 points of corruption. Nothing serious, right?
How many points until I start showing mutations?
Well, the chart goes as follows. So let me zoom in here a bit. There we go. So you're considered pure if you have 0 through 5 points of corruption. Doesn't add anything to your modifier tests. If you're tarnished, you have a +1 added to your DM, which is 6 through 11. Then, well, corruption points is 0 through 5 is level 0. Level 1 is 6 through 11. 2 is 11 through 15. Tainted is 16 through 20. Defiled is 21 through 25. And Chaos Spawn is 26.
Oh, wow. Okay.
When you start gaining corruption beyond the point of pure, you'll get a Scavia mutation. So, like, hints of red eyes or whatever. Like subtle mutations, and then you might get like a minor mutation after that, and then after that you might get like a severe mutation. Like a minor mutation is the hint of red eyes. A subtle, if someone would have been looking at you right in the eye, they see a faint glimmer of your iris of your eyes, a strained nature of your eyes being hidden things, and are incredibly sensitive to light. Common to those possessed with the mutation, and they wear visors to hide their eyes. Stuff like that, whereas something like...
It's kind of like if somebody in real life, like, smokes a lot of crack or does the boxing.
Or, for example, a minor mutation is called, like, the brute mutation, where muscles accelerate on your arms and make you brawny and burly. You have suspicious mutational growths, increasing your strength and your toughness. But any tools too small for your hands are instantly crushed, and you have trouble using them.
Gotcha.
Or you have severe mutations. Now I'm yawning. Severe mutations like toxic blood.
Yeah, didn't you say no yawning?
Yeah, what is this?
You have like toxic blood, where you have radioactive materials in your blood and will constantly emit radiation, slowly killing you with cancer.
But it's like perverted cancer.
Until you become the cancer like Deadpool.
Okay.
Nice.
And then if you go any higher, you could turn into a Chaos Marine or whatever. You'll probably be there long before you get to that point, but then eventually you'll turn into a Chaos Spawn. It specifically goes through everything afterwards, where the mutations you might end up, where you'll end up getting where like you might get like corpulent, where corruption distends your body in horrific ways, leaving you mutated, massively swollen. Your body mass has tripled, your height is increased about 5%, and your body is more than doubles in width. Your worn clothing expands to an exuberant mouth. You basically become a Chaos Plague Marine with a giant belly and a tongue. Anyways, so you all are awake. Soriel, you have your knowledge now. What do you all want to do?
Did you get my dice roll for the result?
Yeah, you said you passed.
Yes. I lost my roll, so I was wondering if you saw.
I saw. You passed. You had like 5.
Where are we at, by the way, as a squad and everything? I don't have any documented.
Anything what documented?
I don't have it written down anywhere how much like Ordos where we're at with currency as a squad.
I don't know. That's up to you guys.
No,
to
so
track.
you got that right now.
You got the what now?
Artorias, you have the Ordos tracked?
Yeah, it's like 40 something. Let me look.
Just
Like
curious.
44.
44. Including the 30 that we got a couple sessions ago when I looted the
Yep.
gene hole. Okay, cool.
Yep.
You spending our money, motherfucker?
No, I was just curious where we're at with that. Also, one additional clarifying question. When I took out when Soro took out the gene seed from the one dead salamander, handed it off to the salamanders, did he give away the entire Narthecium or just the gene seed?
You gave away the whole Narthecium. Like, you picked up
Okay,
his
that's what I thought.
Narthecium, put it in there, and then gave it to them.
Brilliant. Okay, cool. I just want to make. I did remove that from my inventory. So okay, cool. Then
You still have your Narthecium, just you used his.
Oh, because I was still holding on to the salamander Narthecium that they found.
Well, in that
they
case, you just
found
used
dead.
that one and gave it to them.
Yeah,
Extracting the gene seed and...
Cool. All right, then. Yeah, no, I was ready to just kind of move out here. I don't think we need anything here on the hub.
Yeah, Portillo's ready to rip.
Do you want to try to do anything, considering that you do have a card at your disposal?
Because the card it generates wrath.
Read the
does it
effects
also-
again of it.
Right. I should be convinced one individual upside enraged in severe position. Gain 1 wrath. Discussion, debate, negotiation. Oh, gentlemen.
Think about
What
how
we-
a conversation might help you in your endeavors for something you want to do.
Is the understanding we have with the Inquisitor, the rogue trader, is we're kind of just helping them at the moment. I mean, what's our current, like, trying to find a way out and things. So obviously with Drusius, you could possibly, like, ask for like a cache location. Don't know if I want to beat the dead horse of Marduk, but technically that's an option. That don't need to talk to either the Magoses or No's or any of the stores. So really, ideas from either you or Porto or Taurus as I review our notes. What archive? What's their active quests?
Notes.
Yeah, Soulless Axe, and then what else is that? So the card allows us to win a debate, or any sort of like with anybody.
Well, not win that you get to bring them over to your side, or they would understand you better, but you won't win the debate.
Convince one of the opposing side of the rightness of your position. Does that not explicitly say that you basically convince them that you're right?
No. Rightness of a position where if you want to think about a debate and one person's really hanged up on one point, you can be like, okay, I'm dropping all like proceeds of like your knowledge and showing you how right I am. They're like, well, I guess I can concede on that one point. You're inching them much closer to agreeing with you, but you're not forcing the agreement.
Well, Jonathan, do we want to make our way back to the chapel?
What are you gonna try to do? Get him to burn the book?
No, I think what would be, I think here would be to convince him of, at the minimum, that that book is. Because the Storial doesn't know this. Storial doesn't really like it's kind of just sussed out because the man's a word bearer and things, but like for the stuff, so like, from a character standpoint, doesn't really know. But I mean, I guess no. I can rationalize. There's probably been like discussions. Let's say with Portugal, and obviously discussions from last night was that the book's a problem. Sorry, I'm like recounting verbally out things. No, so yeah, knowledge about the book is kind of fucked. And
Yes.
Marduk doesn't seem to realize this, or at least is defending the book blindly and not wanting to believe that. So,
Yeah, I think we've harassed him enough for for 2 sessions. I'd be down to go and try to find that axe so I could get my Cyanide.
I was mentioning though with the guard being able to show rightness of the position, Sora's not had any direct discussions with Marduk. Their only interaction has been basically that the sort of Mexican standoff at the end of the cafeteria scene, and then Portio kind of intimidating the fuck out of Sorrel. So, leverage this, and I'm just trying to. Do I have it in me here to start off with the debate in RP? Following the discussions of the night prior and the prevention of Malachi from simply walking over to attack and kill the word bearer, Soriel decides to venture to the altars of prayer.
Does everybody walk over there with him?
I walk over there, but
Portil-
I try to convince him to not.
Portil stays his hand and he just waits.
So, brother, don't you think we've done enough here?
I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him.
I just want to talk to him. I just want to
Just wanna
talk to
kill
him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to kill 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 him. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him.
Calm yourself, Artorius. We've had our discussions last night before the rest. My disposition is not towards violence in this interaction. I merely wish to converse with this intriguing character. As we discussed, there is a agreement within our ranks that the book is of primary import, and yet the bearer of the word seems to be ignorant to this findings, though it seems to be clear to the likes of you and my brother Portil. What say you, Artorius, in trying to leverage a civil discussion with the chaplain?
I have had many civil discussions with him, and he is relentless in his decree that the book is not only safe to have, but aids him in his prediction of the Emperor's will.
Yes, but for these civil
We could try to
discussions...
convince him till we're blue in the face, but I put forth that if we save him as one of our last objectives.
well,
Because I don't think there's much more convincing we can do other than the way that Malachi would take.
well then, Artorius.
Is Portil within hearing distance of this conversation?
Probably. I mean, you're still in the barracks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, then Portil makes a comment of, well, he already lost his first layer of skin. At the direction it's going, he might lose his second.
Well, brothers, I think I've come to a decision here. I would like to speak with this Marduk alone. I've yet to make a personal judge of this character, and though I am by no means an expert in the weird ways of the Immaterium, I am knowledgeable of the humanity that still lies within us and courses through the blood. And perhaps I may get a measure of the Marduk.
Portiel
Sorial.
looks to Sorial and he says, "As you will, brother. But I will not join you, for I cannot contain myself at this moment. Plans are in play, and me seeing him again isn't part of that."
I agree. I'll wait up by the lift.
So Sorial enters the chat. Enters the
Sorial enters the chat.
So enters the chat. And also enters the chapel. That's the fucking word I can't think of.
The Thunderdome.
And entering the ring. No. So is Marduk in the chapel? What is he up to?
You walk over to find Marduk in the chapel. He is currently appears to be sleeping in a chair. The book next to him on the counter.
Sorial walks calmly by him and sits down, not trying to be too quiet, but not trying to be excessively loud. Sits down at a one of the, I guess there's probably like pews or benches, right? It seems. Likely making enough noise potentially, or the product, and actually, rather, he walks up and decides to light a candle at the altar.
Marduk wakes up and he stands up and he grabs his book and walks over to you and says, "Well, cousin, what brings you to the altars of prayer today?"
There were cousins lost due to the dangers of the warp through the found in that episode, as we might call it, in the cafeteria. I take time after certain after engagements to think about those we've lost.
It is your job as an apothecary. One can understand your connection to death and all the more sightings of it. If you would like, I can perform an art of prayer to help you within your service of need. Something to soothe the nerves, to help you concentrate upon your next endeavor.
This is benevolent of you to offer, and I will welcome this. Please.
He unchains his book as you hear the clanking of the chains wrapping around his ceramite gauntlet, and he takes off the lock that binds it as he flips a few pages, heavy parchment, before beginning to speak a canticle. The words around... Oh my god. You know what? The words around his book beginning to light up as a faint white and yellow aura begins to loosely glow around his book and his body, and you feel a warmth surround you as he gives you a blessing of heroism, and you can resist fear / checks that would affect your assailant of mind. And while he is blessing you and everything is of a holy aura and you feel the warmth of the Emperor wash over you, at the same time you see on the twinges of the binding a black shadow that trickles between the pages.
Tell me, Word Bearer, how did you come by your faith of the Emperor? From whence do you find your faith originate?
He looks to you and says, "Is this another interrogation, Dark Angel?"
Product, I've walked in here, lit a candle, and welcomed from you your offer of a blessing. May I not simply engage in conversation with you to better understand?
He sits down upon a pew and sighs. I apologize, cousin. It has been rather stressful with your kin constantly hounding me as if I'm some poor ashen soul of war past the great heresy that occurred.
Believe me, cousin, I've had to march into the battlefield with them in tow. I do understand, well, the trifles of our Astartes companionship.
Are you saying this earnestly, Tim, that you want to know where his faith comes from?
Out of character, just, want to basically open the. I want to sort of open up and understand, hear from him, sort of that.
Persuasion check.
Right. Persuasion. Oh, that's gonna fucking fall apart.
You can always use your wrath points. But,
Wrath, a 6.
well, you rolled a 6. Wrath critical. So you managed to convince him to open up a little bit. So he says to you, when I was a word bearer, I followed our Primarch Lorgar. When all of this heresy was commenced, I had my doubts. I did not know where to go, where the faith would take us, but as one may say, you are to follow your dying breath of your father, no matter where he may go, for he is your Primarch, and you are to follow him to the ends of the earth, whether you're damned or not. But after exiting the great rift of chaos, I came across a chapter of Carcharodons. They battled and slaughtered my brothers, yet I was able to get away bit by bit. They hounded and chased me for a great number of time, until, oddly enough, I found myself smoten with armor, it in scabbard and pieces, and I found myself within a chapel. There, upon many sleepless nights, drowning within my horrors of my mind, I was able to reconcile with my faith. I saw twinges of gold and pure darkness. I read upon the original text of Lorgar as well as the modern text of the Book of the Ecclesiarchy, finding reprehensible pity within myself, the fear that I had gone too far. But then I saw it. Golden eyes pierced through the dark, lit by a white crown, a voice unmistakable by anything else, calming and booming with bravery and condemnation. I felt conviction. From that voice, I believe, was the Emperor, and I was given a path, a hard one. That if I was to cast off the armor that I have, to scrape off whatever heresy lay upon it, to repaint it, to reforge it, and to continue myself as a pilgrim, singular, alone, that I would come across a place where I was most needed. So through trial and tribulation, from battlefield to battlefield, I served in the Emperor, as an unknown brother of an unknown faction, giving myself wholehearted to whatever battlefield I could, not letting anyone know a secret or doubt of whatever I was, to just exist and move on from place to place, until I found myself here. After everything was condemned down, the facility was being overthrown, I dove into the wastes, the labyrinth, and was here. That's when the rogue traitor found me. Seeing that I was a master of my faith, and so few were rare within these parts, it is a rare sight to see a word-bearer of sorts be on the side of the Imperium. They took a chance. They did not shoot me, for I was stuck underneath a beam, no helmet, no protection, my book cast from me. They could have ended me on the moment. but they took pity. They gave me a home. And now I tirelessly serve to redeem a fraction of my soul and a fraction of myself, that if I can somehow redeem the name that I was given, that might be enough to not cast me to eternal damnation and fire. Surely I shall die within the cold void of whatever this place exists of, but I shall not be with chaos or the warp, but I know that I will also not be graced by the gates of the Emperor.
So in enduring the weight of your past, you endeavor upon a brighter future, cast through the light of the Emperor, as you renew your service to the Imperium. Is this right?
Yes.
Your faith and spirit being sourced out of loyalty, but also love. From your own soul, yes. From your heart. Your hearts. That faith is organic to you? You say you found it, rediscovered it, hardened it in the chapel.
Yes, for this book is the only relic that I carry from that old day, a constant remembrance of what I was before and what could have been, but bound now with sacramental chain, oil and wax, purified by Terra's holy light, and banished deep within and sealed within its coffers and pages, it is now forced to endure the light of the Emperor and to serve him. And in that, it reminds me of what I could become, and what I strive to never once again see. For this book is the thing that grounds me and keeps me away from that prying conviction. To stare death in your face every day, to stare the demons and the horrible creatures of the night, and to stare into your eyes knowing that its temptation exists, but that you are stronger.
Temptation exists, then you are stronger. So the imprisonment of these doubts, the imprisonment of these pulls, temptations, they are bound within the covers of that book that you have, how should I say, jailed with the light of the Emperor.
Yes, much as the vaults upon Terra have many secrets within them, this book acts as my metaphorical vault, I suppose. A vault of all my worst fears and memories, and doubts and crepidatiousness of corruption, that every time I perform my acts of purification, it is forced to endure it, give it and breathe new life, that each one I vanquish, one small little doubt, till eventually this book will be purified.
Our chapter is the chapter from which I hail, though the lion's blood flows through my veins, prides itself upon its recording of the annals of history, the studying of events of the past, and learning not simply to not repeat them, but understand how the history and future rhyme quite well. There are tales of old Terra, and also of our wider Imperium, of places where the evils and temptations may be locked away behind facades that have oftentimes presented themselves as homely, as welcoming, as bastions from which civilizations and or orders may rise above. And yet, for all the benefits, all the greatness that may rise from such dark foundations, the darkness still pervades underneath. I mentioned this unto you as, though clearly your faith and fate are things you seek to master, to bring with you a source of your potential undoing at all times, one must consider where is the line between where is the lesson learned, and where is hubris, merely asking.
Well, I understand. He positions for a moment upon what you're saying, not to interrupt you. I hear what you say, cousin. At the same time, though, from your own chapter, that was split upon Holy Terra, I do not mean this as a insult, but you have rights and things that you carry with yourself, with your chapter itself. The veins of corruption that flow within it, but still you hold them close and call them brother. That even though some may fail, others to chaos, some to not, some led astray as black sheep and wolves, you would hold that corruption close and purify it, to sanctify it, to give it a home, and to say that you can be redeemed. And that even into the deepest of corruption, that your Primarch would still give them a second chance, if they fully repented. And while I may not know that of my own, I can say that for me, this book is of a similar vein. It possesses nothing of chaos. I do not hold it with pure heresy. It contains no demons, no warp sorceries, but purely the memories, the words, the bearings, the accursed self-inflictions that one does. Just as a priest flogs himself for the sins that he may commit or think of his own mind that he ever strives for, I carry this book as written record of things that I have accomplished and done, both good and evil. And while my soul of my past is rather wretched, I too strive to make them better, to give them either a burning, hastening decay of death, or to overwrite them with a different act. I hear you. I understand. But we both carry our convictions differently. Whereas yours may be of brotherhood and can be done with action over time, mine takes the slower approach and demands more internal.
The lion forgives men, for men in their action and as spirits have the power of flesh and sentience to bring forth change about their being. Objects and artifacts are only ever subject to the beings that inhabit them and or influence them. And this is sort of a I want to play sort of the area of variance here, because the point at hand is that this sort of potential corruption of objects and fundamentally sort of is fundamentally different, and that if something were to corrupt an object and things from like the material and the warp, it's not the user's ability to really cleanse that if it's going to be inhabited. I'm trying to place like seeds of, not seeds of doubt, but
you're trying to be like, hey, flesh can the human mind and the body of an Astartes and all that can be redeemed because it's a mind, it's a person, it's a being. But carrying around a heretical object is like akin to saying, I'm super depressed and I have threats of maybe shooting myself. Let me carry and holster this pistol.
Yeah.
so that I can fight that. Or I'm an alcoholic, so let me keep some alcohol right next to me so I can stare it in the face and say no.
Yeah.
Right, Artorias?
But no, being an alcohol is for people who goes to meetings. I'm just a drunk.
Yes, and
Well, you're surely not anonymous with it. And so that's kind of what you're getting at, and he sort of sees that as the seed. That's why he said that, like, hey, I akin this to the flesh relationship of your brotherhood, but he's not quite there yet.
right. Nope, and it's just I recognize the power of what this is. So yeah, that's the utilization of the card there and everything.
Oh, you use the card there.
Yeah, that's my aim there, to use the card there.
Okay, so he, changing how things act now, he responds with, I see your... He takes a long pause, and then a sigh. I see your point. For maybe this book is darker than I may have once hoped. And maybe it still festers with some form of its old corruption. I would like to still try to purify and do things my way, to see myself re-sanctified. And he clutches he clutches like a pendant on his neck and takes a heavy sigh. For some things, for some souls, death is the best price one can pay for rest, and for others, eternal damnation of living is the time that we serve. So to me, time is irrelevant, but I understand what you say.
This is the hand on the pauldron of Ardent. I only merely ask that you remember that your light to conviction comes from here. As he points to the chest and like puts a finger to like the chest of his beating hearts. Not anywhere else.
Roll me a Medicaid check.
Will be.
The check is the check to see if he knows where the heart is. He's just gonna like poke him in the nipple.
No.
Brother, that's my spleen.
Cups of feel. Your heart right here squeezes the balls.
Your passion. Yes.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. I just gained a wrath actually from using the cards. So I'm gonna use our wrath and reroll that.
Okay.
Or, yeah. So.
I mean, 4 passes.
Oh, then okay, that's fine then. Yeah, I guess I didn't know if it failed or not. So
you find something interesting and a little bit horrifying. There's no heartbeat. There's no heartbeat. There's no pulse.
Uh-oh.
Out of character. Excuse me?
Your augmetic lights up a little bit, and you detect no vitals from him as you touch him, and your apothecary equipment like pings off on your helmet. There is no vitals from him.
In this moment, Toriel recognizes that the conversation is at an end, and he does make note of what is a both unexpected and potentially unnerving revelation. But he understands and then moves to leave the chapel, silently, contemplating this. Can I roll a scholar? Have I ever encountered anything like this?
Yeah, you can roll a scholar.
Where is he? I don't know. Would it be Scholar, or would I have like any potential explanation in my mind for why the fuck this is? Let's see. Would that be Scholar or would that be Medicaid, actually?
Both will tell you different things.
I just rolled Medicaid for that, so let's just roll Scholar and see. That's Wrath die of 6, and that's a roll of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
For Scholar or Medicaid?
Yeah, Scholar.
So, history-wise, you know of the history and stories and legends being told of the Thousand Sons, where they have these rubric marines that don't have any vitals in them, and that they can be shattered down into men of dust and iron and be put back together like automatons or servitors and just be revived without like any use of organs, with like use of sorcerers. Beyond that, you've heard like tales and legends of like the Legion of the Damned, of like ghostly riders and ghostly spirits of fire at the warp that exist purely to serve the Emperor of mankind and to guide people through the warp, but are in all intention dead, as they are literally warp ghosts on fire of marines.
Huh. Well, Mark's not on fire, but this is noted. And Soril, I think, if there's no further interaction with Mark as he walks past, moves to leave the chapel and rejoin Portiel and Artemis.
Sure.
Artorius. Motherfucker.
Artemis?
Oh.
Artemis say what?
Archimedes?
Apollo?
So what do you say to Artorius?
The seeds of doubt.
Making him crash out
Whoa.
over here.
The seeds of potential doubt grow in a garden freshly fertilized. However, through a discussion that I can only denote as potentially pleasant, there's... Actually, never mind. I've spoken to Marduk. There may yet be developments associated with the book, but alas, small forces take time to develop their effects.
Hopefully you didn't make him doubt himself too much. If he doubts any further, I imagine he'd go back to the sway of his old legion. That could be much worse.
Portiel sighs and says it would just make everything easier for us.
His journey from his past is not unlike that of our bloodline. He appears to be a being. No, it says being, doesn't say man. A being that is driven by a sense of penitence. But to what end, and from whence does that strength and of character truly come from? I am unsure. In any case, the Xenos aren't getting any deader without us. Aren't getting any deader by the minute.
I agree.
Before we leave, while Soriel was speaking to the word bearer, Portiel would go to the shop and see if they were able to distinct his heavy flamer. It is the weapon modification that gives him +1 intimidation.
You need more intimidation.
What are you wanting to get out of this?
The distinction feat for my heavy flamer. It's a weapon add-on.
You said it's called a distinction feature?
Yes, weapon argument.
Under augmetics? Or no, sorry, is it under
Weapon mod.
weapon mods?
Look at it real quick.
I'm under the war gear section.
Yep. And
Distinction.
weapon upgrades. It's under weapon upgrades in its distinction.
Okay.
It's a 5 uncommon.
You can roll to see if it's in there.
Absolutely.
So that's a D10.
Is it? There we go. 2.
Not available.
Alrighty. And that's what poor Teal did while Soriel was speaking to Murdoch.
I was going to say what I was doing, but he's going to make me roll a conviction if I say it.
Roll me a conviction test. What were you doing?
No, I was joking. I was joking.
No, what were you doing? Roll me a conviction test.
I was just fucking. I was sitting in my dome, reading off books.
Look. With figurines surrounding me.
I was gonna say I was fucking cranking my hog. No, but
In the room with Drusius?
no, it'd be back in the
Go ahead, roll it. Let's see what happens.
back in the restopods. No. He was just.
No.
he ended up just
Roll it.
doing
Go
that
on
with a
now. Don't be a
sexual-
bitch.
I do want to be a bitch.
Did I say that I care?
You did. Three.
You get a point of corruption for cranking your hug.
I wasn't cranking my hog. I was reading a book.
You were reading a book about cranking your hug, and you splooge in your armor.
That's not fair.
Jeez, that sounds better, huh?
If I could spend a wrath point to re-roll that.
Sure.
It's the same roll.
Yeah, get that corruption.
Yay.
So what do you all do now?
If everyone's ready to go,
Yeah, they're ready to go.
Marduk approaches you, Artorias.
Oh, okay.
The plot thickens.
He says to you, cousin, I feel a sense of duty that I must prove myself to you and your comrades. I wish to join you upon your Terra if you would have me.
Okay, Marduk is going to join the party. Alright, well, then we will welcome another Crozius.
out of character, Portil slams that was easy button.
Well, that was easy because you used a fucking goddamn card and convinced him with, you know, the nice voice of Soriel over here that we accept you. You know, it's okay. You're okay. And he fucking trauma bonded to Portil, not Portil, fucking Soriel over here. He's like, I need to prove myself better. I need to.
Well,
earn...
when everyone else is force him up against a wall, get in his face with a flamethrower, and it's just Malachi.
It's true.
Gonna go kill him. I was like, maybe the apothecary can appeal to one's humanity.
What is humanity as an Astartes, though?
Everything that was discussed.
The Astartes are more than human.
Alright, let's move forward.
I took enough time with all that and I started to feel bad also with that, so like, I don't want to hold to something in that, but no, I just...
No, you're not holding us up. I need to pause real quick because my cat has gone into something, so...
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will port you over to that, and then...
Soriel, are you back?
Take that as a
Soriel may
no.
not be.
Unpause. So, as everyone is back, going down the elevator, I'll use that as Marduk's art. He kind of walks with you guys and says, "For I shall help you to the best of my ability today, to prove to you and everyone that I can be trusted."
Oh, Marduk's shit looks cool.
I see what you mean, that works.
He carries with him his Crozius, which he, upon fully grasping it, the book, when he's like out adventuring, you see him take the book as he places it behind him, where it kind of like goes into like a locking backpack around some metal clamps, and then he, with the chain wrapped around his arm, grabs his Crozius, where he then activates the force on it, and you see a psychic manifestation of pure energy of the warp spike up and down in a large, like a large psychic rod of force of just pure energy.
Yeah.
With my book at my side, I am now able to go to the field of battle, for it has been a while since I have transpired upon these grounds, but I will do my best to assist you.
Your aid is welcome.
So, while Marduk can fight, he is more of a backline supporter.
Understood.
Does not do well up front. He can tank. If you want to know, he has 17 wounds. And he is tanky. He has a 16 resilience and 17 wounds, as well as like 12 shock. But he is tanky because of like his many blessings.
Mm.
and has
Poor
issues.
Portil would like to roll a leadership check to try to convince him in a subtle but respectful way to take a point. Portil looks to Murdoch and says, "Word bearer, temporary ally. You are yet to be redeemed in my eyes, but I understand and see your abilities, and if you ask me, you should probably take point on this expedition. We're trying to restore power to the area." And I'll do my leaderships.
Out of character, I assume you guys went and explored further down here. Is this where you said went and fought the Gene Hulk and things?
So what is your leadership test, Portil?
Mine. Just 1 second. Everything's messed up at the second. God forbid if I do.
He's
something
rolling in
else.
his leadership as well.
And, sorry. Leadership is 6.
By the way, I love this old art of a sorcerer. Look at that shit.
I got a 2.
He got a 9.
He's really that much of a leader.
He has a leadership pool of 14.
Is he a late game character? What is it?
No, he has a lot of fellowship. Well, no, not fellowship, willpower. He's a psyker / miracle worker, meaning he has a 10 in willpower enhanced, so he has a dice pool combined with other talents giving him an increased willpower check pool. It's based off willpower, so he would have a lot of leadership based just purely because of that.
Makes sense.
What does Murdoch say to Portil?
He says to you, "I fear that is not in the best interest, for your group has organized itself within its own conduct. It seems like you are able to take point effectively with your flamer, and while I am best served upon buffing and giving my support into the back line, what appears to me is that you have a frontline tank, you have in Portil Artorius as your root line defense, Soriel giving mid-range support, and I shall be your back line to give you support, as well as buffing you and giving you different kinds of minor insights and effects. I am best utilized as a distance, and while I can fight up close as any Astartes can, it is best to make utilize of these tactics."
Portil just walks away. Doesn't even say anything to him. Takes point and just fucking starts sending it. And the direction I send it, unless someone says otherwise, is just forward into that room. Unless where's my pointer? My pointer. Oh. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Yeah,
So
no, that's where
you've been trying right now. Have we...
Mind
have
you,
guys-
you can right-click and drag for the pointer, or on your phone on the left side, if you go to the pointer under the measure skill, you can just click and drag. Get your pointer.
Oh, the teardrop?
Yeah, the teardrop.
All right, thank you. My issue is with the touchscreen, I can't see my pointer. I just see my finger when I touch a screen.
So down here.
But to you guys, you can see it. Yeah, no, I got it. I just can't personally see it when I'm using it.
Okay. Move your character on down. As you go to move, where was it? Marduk is going to kind of clutch his hand as he says a mantra of things and gives a blessing to you. A psychic pulse comes from his staff and over his fingers and wisps around your brain as you see a bit of psychic energy waft in front of your eyes as you are able to see a bit more clearly. You have a 1 extra dice added to your pool of awareness checks.
Cool.
After you, dear cousin.
Right. Yeah, cool.
Soriel?
Damn.
So you're wanting to go down here, or do you want to go through here again and...
So I'm heading south. I'm at this intersection. Can I roll an awareness check to see what's going on? If there's any updates in the area since we
In
last
rooms
visited?
you've already lit up, I'm not putting new encounters in.
Okay.
Anything that you've lit up along the path doesn't have new encounters that other than what's already in there.
All right. We're gonna go straight down into it. And this is the one where the door.
This is the door that Malachi had fused.
Yes,
Melt the rifle.
Yeah.
that he used a melta shot on and fused it.
And then we also killed the Genestealer here. Then this room down here was the... Wasn't this the radiation room? I don't know what you guys... This is lit up. I didn't see this lit up before.
Down there is the plasma core genitorium you saw before, where you ripped the core out and was filled with radiation and you fought all the fucking Tyranids.
Right. Yeah, the Raveners were in this room. This was the room that was potentially warp tainted. Did you guys... Is this where... This is what I was asking earlier. Is this like where you fought the the chaos thing? The No, it was like a Gene Hulk or whatever you fought.
No, you fought a Gene Hulk up to the north.
Oh, they went that okay.
Gene Hulk was up here. Down here was like the radiation room and all that stuff. Where
Understood.
Mikhail said he mythically fought 2 Carnifexes.
Right. Alright, well, okay. Well, Portel, you seem keen on this path. We shall follow.
Marduk says, "Where do you plan to go, cousin? Do you plan to go south, or are we trying to make our way through this slag of a door?"
Patil looks at everybody and asks, does anyone have any creative ideas to get through the slagged out door that our elderly brother decided to muck up?
If I may, I do have something that might work.
All ears.
Patil steps to the side and says, by all means, prove yourself.
As he walks over to the door, you see him grip his staff with both hands as a red and yellow light begins to surround his Crozius, as a pillar of flame begins to erupt out of it, swirling like an inferno, to which it coils around him like a snake before lunging out to bite the door. And as it sinks its fangs in, the fire consuming, superheating the door, turning the flame completely pitch black as it eviscerates and melts it into a hot pool of slag on the ground, creating an opening where the door once was, is now a molten core opening.
Very good trick. You must teach me how to do it sometime.
Perhaps in my studies of the annals, I might come by how exactly this is accomplished. Well done, Marduct.
Where's it's this one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Hotel.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna let one of you guys with the special eyes get in there.
Well,
That's
you'll
a
take
new-
one with the
that's a
flavor,
new
but allow
branch.
me to scan through the walls and look for heat signatures ahead.
Soriel, as soon as you look over, without needing to roll a check, you see the other giant fucking heat signature you saw before, down that hall.
Has it noticed us?
Standing at the edge of the hall, you don't know if it's noticed you or not.
That's right. Wow, he's just been sitting there the whole time.
Well, we killed the other
That's
one.
He's just out there smelling his own place.
Brothers, clear the door, clear the hallway. He has a massive cannon or some sort of weapon.
Well, the last time we fought one of those, if they touch you, you have a chance of just being one-shotted. So we have to be very cautious with it.
Did the one you
Alright,
fight have
well-
a massive cannon? Because I remember he says right, this large creature had a significant armament on him.
That would be even worse, though.
Yeah. Neat.
What should we do? Should we just?
We just opened this up.
Backtrack?
So no, we're not backtracking. Well, I guess I saw down the hall. Would I be able to? I guess I don't know if it's noticed us. Yeah, do it. Has it noticed? I have an idea. Has it noticed us?
You don't know. You could roll me a awareness check, though.
You know, I may just. Actual awareness. Okay.
Portiel's gonna roll a bundle of not only all of his cracks, but also the frags as well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I score a 5 on that roll. It hasn't noticed this. I have an idea.
Okay. What's your idea? Also, what was your awareness check?
5.
Your awareness check is 5. It has not noticed you, as it is kind of like just breathing and almost looking like it's resting right now. But it is immense and huge in muscle mass, and it is very hot, whatever it is, giving off a lot of...
My idea. Are there such thing as like stealth bonuses or so for attacks?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking here to leverage stealth and try to sneak up on it and place explosives or something on it, to yeah.
Last time I stealthed near this thing, as soon as we entered combat, it was able to break me out of stealth.
All right.
What's your
Portiel. Pretty sure my stealth's pretty good too.
Okay, what's everyone's stealth? Mine is 8.
Mine.
That's pretty decent.
Actually,
I also have 8 stealth.
I have 9. Somehow the wrecking ball.
Marduk has
Guy
Marduk has a 9, but he can do some other stuff as well.
Or do we want to potentially? What do we? Wait, you're rolling? Okay.
I rolled a 5. Oh
Roll.
shit! He's fucking
Sure.
invisible, dude.
Marduk
I rolled a
rolls a 5, and he snaps his fingers as a shroud of darkness kind of shimmies him away, as you can see the light kind of deflecting from him to make him a shimmering illusion.
Alright, well, do you want to take a
Can
bundle?
Tortillas... Sorry, what? Soriel?
I was gonna say we hand him a bundle of cracks.
Artorias is just like crouched down and says, "I'm ready for the mission, Colonel."
I feel like he just pulled a Corvus Corax and just like it was just all of a sudden.
Yeah, I
like,
just shadow dropped. That's a fucking fat roll, dude. It's like most 5s. And a Wrath 6, yeah.
Portillo looks around. Oh, shit. Artemis must have already gone in. Brother,
yeah.
we need to follow suit.
Can I roll to smack him on the back of the helmet?
Sure.
Okay.
Agility.
Okay, can I do an awareness check to try to see if I know that he smacked me?
That's a critical stealth,
Back
brother.
the head?
You'll figure it out if it happens or not. If he whiffs, you'll see his hand. If he don't, you'll just feel a smack in the back of your head.
Right. So what am I rolling? Stealth?
Agility.
Or weapon? Okay, agility.
That's what our thoughts here. It's the number of grenades, which have 2, correct?
4. And I guess that's against his agility. Yeah.
So you get a 4 as you feel a smack on the back of your head, and then a slight chuckle from Artorias.
Portillo's head get whips around. Doesn't see jack shit.
Let's focus in on this. We want to take a bundle of some of these anti-armor grenades, and we can leverage Artorias' stealth to initiate combat on our terms with this great beast.
Portillo doesn't recognize Soriel's last segment because he's too busy trying to figure out what hit him in the back of the head, but he can't see jack shit.
Portillo, hand me a crack grenade.
Portillo glances over his shoulder and presents a crack grenade.
Alright, so Soriel combines it, so takes also a crack grenade from his pouch.
I dropped 2 crack grenades right in front of him.
I can see you, Artorias, because I have thermals.
Okay. I forgot about that. Yep, yep.
I don't know if that actually means I can see. Actually, who knows. Anyways, but basically,
You might get a bump.
yeah, it's not important right here. I don't really care that much. And I guess what I tried, I'm just trying to like put these crack grenades together, like a little bundle. Not making a trap or anything. I guess.
Roll cunning if you want to tie it all together.
Artorias, would you like to tie this bundle together? What's your cunning? My cunning's 1. Portillo, what's your cunning? What's Marik's cunning?
I only got a 3, but I can do it.
He has a 4 on cunning.
Product, cousin? Do you happen to have any explosives, and would you be able to put this bundle together?
For I don't carry many explosives, but I can rig a trap together.
I have 5 cunning.
Before we then pursue the wrapping of the bundle, what trap would you have in mind if you were to propose one here, Marduct?
If I was to propose a trap, I would say that if we know that he's down the hole, and we also know that he's rather large, why don't you, with a bit of my powers, I can make objects stick to walls. You toss the bundle, I let them snap to the walls, and we goad him into it. It may blow it up and collapse the hallway, but you would also deal with him. Another turn could be that you goad him into it and toss one at a time. Make a back and forth sort of approach. He's at a disadvantage while you do have him in such close quarters.
As much as I hate using his magic, I think that's a good bet.
It ain't much, but it's honest work.
Your proposition gains favor within the squad. Let's see if we can have you push this into the hall, and we'll goad him out of here.
Toss it into the hallway.
Okay.
Do you chuck it down the hall?
Just thinking, like, could Artorias just bring them over? We have to put the trap together. Do you want to see if I mean, do we have to have him throw it and then use magic on it, or can we just use stealth, go and place it on a wall, and come back?
Either way works. He's just saying so you don't have to get your hands dirty and maybe, stealth over fair stealth check and then it swings on you. And then you're like, oh, well, I have a bunch of crack grenades. They're about to go off behind me if I run back. And I'm fucked.
We also don't need to collapse the hallway either.
Well, conversely, Marduct, if we threw it down the hall, could you guide the pack onto perhaps the skull of the sleeping beast?
I could. It is something I can do.
I fail to see how. I don't think the beast would be much of a threat without much of a skull, and perhaps its weapon may be of use to the team. No opposition from the group. I think that's what we will do. Unless there's any opposition from Portio Artorias to this, throwing it at its skull, having it,
Nope.
Yeah. Solid plan.
Oh, you.
Alright, so Soriel moves to coordinate with Marduct, and he throws the crack grenades towards the beast in the hall, since he can see it.
As you toss it down, he kind of flings his staff into the air, and you see a couple discs of warp-bound energy manifest in like a spring, jettison, and shoot it out like a cannon. As the force propels out, it goes down the hall, and you hear an explosion as well as a roar. The roar lets out, shakes the foundation as you hear it stomping and smashing into the wall. It is now angry. You've dealt a great deal of damage to it, but it is angry as fuck now.
Could we see it?
Not yet. As you are still down the dark hallway, the explosion lit up, and you hear it in great pain.
Can Portillo see it with his Night Haunter?
You see the visage of a Gene Hulk.
Okay. Yeah, no.
However, something's different. As you see the visage of a Gene Hulk, you also see tendrils of different shades coming out of it and beginning to piece together bits of flesh. And as that happens, you hear the crash, 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 as something is getting closer down the hallways. It's smashing its way through.
We want to set up a tripwire with the rest of our grenades and then head out in the corner of the room.
Yeah,
Get to a tactical advantage.
I'm good with that. Yeah.
Yep.
One of you needs to roll me an agility check to see if you can set it up fast enough.
Okay. Who's feeling very agile?
Got a 5.
Okay.
I have this is a speed check, correct?
Yeah.
This is an agility check.
Ability.
An agility
I
check
have
to...
6. Does anyone beat 6?
Marduk is tied with you for 6.
Yeah, I got 5.
so-
So, yeah. Sound good to me.
So we all quickly discuss the matter, and it comes down to Portil and Murdoch, and Portil just essentially resigns from the situation and steps back and gives it to Murdoch.
Marduk, sensing the danger of what's coming, says, I feel it is best if we better prepare to fight rather than to make a tripwire for something storming down the hall.
Well, Brother Marduk
right.
is going to...
Instead, how about we just chunk the... So, yeah, just... Can we, is there
You
a way
get
to
one
fortify?
movement. You would get one speed movement of where you wish to go. Artorius, do you want to stay there, or do you want to move away?
Yeah, well... And do I still get to be stealth?
Yeah, but move a half.
Okay, so I will move... Let me grab my measure. So I can move, like, right here.
Okay.
Gonna get out away from just down the hall because this is a big old cannon.
So Portil will move in conjunction of everyone else to create a U to roughly encircle and ambush the hulking creature coming our direction. He will also...
This was just
Can I
movement.
explain? Yeah, this is just movement.
Go on.
Yeah. In that case, yeah, Portil's here.
As you stop there, the creature busts out, slamming through the wall. Oh yeah! And as he is
God,
carrying his giant sledgehammer, his head is writhing with tendrils of flesh that begin to put itself back together as bioluminescent mesh begins to overlay new flesh upon him as he lets out a roar of blood spitting a vial.
Can I blast him?
Well, we need to see if I'm using a point of ruin for him to seize the initiative. So it is the Gene Hulk's turn as he continues his charge. He's going to run over and charge over to Artorius.
Oh shit!
Can you see me?
Can only be overcome with glory, correct?
If you had glory, you don't have glory right now.
I know.
Yes.
Okay.
I got out stealthed.
Yes.
No yawning.
Sorry, not you. He's going for Portil.
Okay.
Oh, he's going for me now.
Yes.
All right, get some.
So he comes over and swings. Does a 8 hit you?
Yep.
take 16 damage as you are smacked in the face with a sledgehammer.
I take 5 wounds.
Damn, that thing's huge.
That is not what she said.
What? I believe it's bigger than the last one we killed.
Who do you wish to go first, as it is now your guys' turn?
Well, how does stealth work? Can I, since I'm so close to the thing, can I whack it over the back with my Crozius?
You can whack it, but if you whack it, you'll have to roll me another stealth check. And as we said before, stealth is that you have the flat DNN check, and then each round that you are in stealth, it increases every time.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're in stealth, you get a +2 extra dice to your hit.
Okay.
Or the
Well,
ability to
then
deal,
I
like,
will.
you know, all continuous damage and shit from, like, your criticals if you're aiming correctly with your other abilities.
Makes sense. I am going to, while kind of stinking, stealthing around, I'm going to try to whack that thing right in the kneecap. Or what is made of its knee. So stealth first or weapon skill?
Stealth first.
Okay. That is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6.
Okay.
And then weapon skill, or good to roll?
Yes, and as you go to roll, Marduk is going to try to assist you, as he's going to
Okay.
pop his reaction to give you Conjured Flame on your melee weapon.
Sweet.
It
Is
adds
that adding to...
it adds an 8 extra damage dice to your attack,
Sweet.
and if you connect, it sets the creature on fire.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm rolling my weapon skill right now. I got a 7.
7 hits.
Yep.
To take your extra damage pool, and then add 8 more extra damage dice to it.
Sweet.
As you go to swing with your Crozius, correct?
Yes.
You activate the power field. You're already stealthed. What was your stealth points?
My stealth, the roll, or what my stealth is at?
No, I looked at your stealth. Yeah, you passed your stealth roll, so you're fine. You light up your Crozius, and as soon as you light up the Crozius, you see a bit of conjured flame wrap around it and engulf it with a golden light and bright orange flame as you smack down on this thing for damage. Count up your damage points. Remember your chart for your Crozius.
For sure, yeah. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13, plus my... 10. No, 13 plus my 14. My 27.
So you whack this thing as hard as you can, and upon doing so, the power field disrupts across it, lighting it on fire.
Hell yeah. Whack.
Nice.
Does that end your turn?
Yes. I mean, do I need to re-stealth to engage stealth? Or is
No, you already rolled
Still
your stealth. You're rolling the stealth at the beginning of your turn. to see if you're still in it or not. It's on fire. I need you to roll me a d6 to see how much fire damage it's passively going to take.
Okay. D6. And that is a 6.
So it's going to take a continuous 6 damage every round.
Hell yeah.
Job.
Huge.
Marduk is going to use one of his talents called Severed Connection, where he was casting the Conjure Flame on you. He instantly holds his Crozius, deactivates his psychic power, and then reboots it, almost like snuffing and then reactivating as it snuffs out the fire on your Crozius, and then allows him to be able to cast that spell on something else.
Cool.
Right. Oh, combat here, unless what you were wanting to jump in next, I can jump in here with an attack.
Yeah, I'll jump in with my Executioner's power sword.
Okay.
So I looked into it, Cactus, in that what we thought was a great chainsword is actually a power sword because it has the power feature to it. And the brutal thing is, like you said, like a homebrew error because they use the chainsword as
I'm pretty
a
sure the
base.
Eviscerator is a chainsword, is a great chainsword. Because it may have the power, it has, chainswords have a power field on them, but the power field is for activating the tooth chains. Correct? You're using the heavy Eviscerator?
No. One second. Let me.
What's the weapon called again?
That's what I'm looking at right now. Executioner Great Blade.
Yeah, the Executioner Great Blade is a power weapon, so it is a great power. It's just a great power sword.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I step forward. I get within melee range. My 2 squares, and I take a haul at them.
Okay.
I get an 8 with a critical 6.
Okay, it hits. You're able to take a shift off that, if you want.
How many shifts?
1 shift.
1 shift. I'll put it into ED.
Okay.
Is it exalted?
An exalted icon is a shift. So like when you gain
Okay.
when you gain like an extra, it becomes an exalted icon, but I'm just calling it a shift in this case because that's all you're going to do with it. Because you use an exalted icon to shift onto something, but they're the same thing. You know what I mean? When it's banked, it's an exalted icon. When you use it, it's called a shift.
All right. Can I use my my exalted icon to proc my dirty fighter and blind the Hulk?
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So he's blinded, and I just do my normal roll.
Yep.
So. Oh, that's horrible.
No extra damage.
I like to do a wrath and reroll. That's just way too bad. It's
Okay.
Way too. And it's 3 AP damage, so it's a -3 to his AP. Blah. So I do 17 damage, -3 AP.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's blinded. Portillo takes his great blade, and he slashes it across his face. At least temporarily blinding him.
Huzzah.
Okay. Soriel, would you like to go next?
Indeed. One quick first question. How does the salvo mechanic work?
Salvo is just an explosion. Why do you ask?
If a weapon, for example, my assault bolter has a salvo value of 3.
So, if I remember correctly, I'm going to look this up real quick, just so I don't mistell you information.
So all I found in salvo, it just says improved range attack tests. I don't know what that means.
Salvo dictates how much you can rapid fire the gun. So, does it say rapid? Does it say full auto? Does it say spray?
So the assault bolter has a salvo of 3 and a rapid fire of 2. Although with
So-
bolter discipline, it's actually a rapid fire of 3.
So, what's the salvo trigger at? 1 or 2?
3.
3, okay. So salvo 1 means that you're able to fire off like 2 bullets at a time. Salvo 2 means that you're able to fire off like a burst of maybe 3 shots. And salvo 3 means that you're able to fire off a full round burst. So you gain, when you choose to do burst firing, right? It costs you a reload to do so.
Yes.
For use a reload, and essentially you make 3 separate attack rolls based upon this. Well, you make a salvo rating based on the attack rolls. So salvo 3 is make 3 separate attack rolls against the thing, and then you add a +2 bonus dice to your ballistic skill pool for doing so. And then when you make those attacks, you then combine the damage of all 3 of the strikes as half damage.
Each one of them. And sorry, so then the burst, that's +2 ED and 3 attacks.
1 minute, I'm looking something up. Sorry, there is no damage reduction, so the damage is the same. You just roll 3 separate attacks for the one. It counts as a multi-attack action, so it's taking up your whole turn.
Yep.
The only other thing that can occur is that each time you attack, if you had anything near you, it could proc other things depending on each and every attack. It's one of those things that you can use. It's really good for clearing out mobs, and if you want to burst something down. If you're willing to spend it, you just essentially roll 3 attacks.
Yeah,
You can't if you do use this, you can't shift any of your wrath into the hit, because you're getting the +2 from the ballistic.
And the +2 is
To the
that
pool. So you roll with your ballistic pool, right? When you fire your normal bolter, say it's a pool of 5, and now it's a pool of 7. You have the pool of 7, but you can't shift any of your wrath into making the pool bigger. Or if you gain any wrath criticals, you can't take those and shift it into the next pool to make it better. It's just a flat 7. You can take it and shift it into the damage, but you can't shift it into the pool.
Okay. So considering that the 2 teammates are in, how do you call it, melee, if I get any complications, I don't want to be firing 3 salvos and having complications. Although, there's big potential here. How's the Gene Hulk faring visually after the wounds?
I mean, he's been scorched in the face. He's been blinded. He's trying to regenerate. He's been whacked and set on fire. He's not looking great, but he's also a Gene Hulk. So man just has flesh for days.
Fuck it. Okay, Assault Bolter. Full 3 salvo. Base damage, so for the whole everything. So base damage is 12 plus 2 ED on it. Actually, first I need to roll the, just if I get the attack at all.
Roll your first roll your 3 hits. So.
Okay, so that's 9 plus 2 ED, so it's 11. There's no other, yeah, cool. Alright. Well, first one's actually Wrath, that's critical failure on Wrath. I'm going to use one of my 3 Wrath to reroll that one, just because there's already a complication.
Okay.
Right, because on this aiming part is where there would be complications if I get critical failures, yes?
There can be.
Can be. So it'd be... Yeah, I'm just gonna reroll that first one. I don't want to... Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, sorry. Instead of using a Wrath, Grim Resolve of the Dark Angels, you may reroll 2 dice when you aim and make a ranged attack.
You can't reroll your Wrath dice.
Can't roll the Wrath dice. Ah, there it is. Okay, so no, I will use 1 Wrath and do a complete reroll of that first roll. Well, that just happened again. Whatever.
Universe said fuck you.
Literally. Okay, so the first roll, crit failure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Score of 5 on that one.
Okay, roll your other 2.
That is Wrath 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the second one.
You get 1 exalted icon out of that. Take 1 shock damage for that, Artorias.
Come on, buddy. You don't mean that, do you?
Sorry, so
Chaos taint in here.
Icon. Just writing these down, so I write this down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 on the first roll.
Now
the last roll.
Now your last roll.
Yeah, and then I'll decide Grim Resolve afterwards. 5 on Wrath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the last roll.
So the first one is going to hit someone. The second one hits him, and you have a shift out of it. And the third one hits him. So now to roll your damages.
I can't use the shift on the first one, right?
You can use the shift to give extra damage. You cannot use the shift to add more dice to pools, and you cannot use shifts on dice you've already rolled.
Understood. Okay. Cool. So now comes damage. So, Subolter's a base is 12 plus 2 ED. I have Angel of Death, which is add +1 damage when using Stars related weapons. So that makes it 13 plus 2 ED. Then I have Hellfire Bolt Rounds, which is +3 ED against organic targets. So that now becomes 13 plus 5 ED. Then, with this being inside of short range, that gives me, with rapid fire 3. The assault bolter has a standard rapid fire 2, but with bolter discipline, that adds 1 to the rapid fire rating. So rapid fire 3, that makes it 13 plus 8 ED. The assault bolter also has the brutal trait, which makes that 21 plus 8 ED.
Okay, roll your extra ED, brother.
That's
I'll roll a dice to see on who you hit.
And that's a critical success on those rats here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, critical success would be on your
It doesn't
hit.
matter.
The wrath on damage doesn't matter. So you're doing it off of ED. So what's your total points added up?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 21 is 26.
You dome Marduk for 26 damage. As you trip a little bit and your gun misfires as you fire it into his foot, and he says, "Ugh!"
AP minus 1, by the way.
Just extra C. So as you, let's see, that was how much damage? 25 minus his resilience.
26 damage, sorry.
Okay, so that's...
All things considered, I'm happy Marduk is the one that got hits. Both for...
Yeah.
He could take it. I think.
You dealt 10 mortal wounds of damage to him.
Well,
Oh no, he's mortally wounded. Let's just put him out of his misery.
He has 7 out of 10
Oh,
wounds
no,
remaining.
7 out of 10 remaining. Okay.
As you do that, he says to you, "I hope this isn't some sort of test to see if I would recourse onto you, but I don't appreciate getting shot. The enemy's over there."
Storio looks at him cross-eyed.
Apologies, brother. May the wrath of the lion befall upon you, as he then, takes aim with the remaining shots.
He says, "Oh no, not again."
He's covering his eyes.
Oh, this time will be different.
Yeah.
He
And everyone's
winces.
insulted by that comment right there. By the wrath of the lion, I'm gonna shoot somebody else.
This is now 52 damage inbound on the Gene Hulk. We'll see what he does. How it lands.
Just starts hit firing into melee.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello there.
Are
Oh,
you,
there we go.
are you gonna do your roll to see what you do in
Huh?
extra to see what you do in damage to your next 2 shots?
Oh, it's per shot. Oh, I apologize.
You
I
rolled
think this
3
score's
attacks.
just
That
rolled
was
scout.
your first attack.
Okay.
Now roll your extra
Oh.
damage for your next attack. And then, because they're all 3 different shots, 3 different rounds.
Yeah. Okay, so this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's gonna be 21 plus 8. That's 27 damage.
So you fire into the Hulk another 27 damage. And then, what's your third attack?
Attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I will re-roll a 2 and a 1 on this, according to Grim Resolve.
Yeah, go for it.
Beautiful. So that's from the third attack. That's plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is 28 damage in the last salvo.
So, how much damage total?
That's 28 plus 27, I believe was the one before.
Okay. So, Marduk just says to you, as an apothecary, I would not doubt that you can deal damage to your opponents, but please try to keep your casings to the enemies of mankind, rather than your cousins who will willingly try to fight with you. I would not want to stake your trust on ill-gotten claims of you claiming that I'm a heretic, or trying to take me out behind the barn.
No, we didn't mean it.
But for now, I shall trust that that was a misfire rather than a directed assault.
Sorry, that doesn't respond directly to Marduk, as he is now focusing on the second 2 shots at the Gene Hulk instead.
He is going to use one of his. He's going to use an action to. Okay, so he's going to conjure a dark flame with his psychic staff, and I need to roll a check here. Where is my psychic mastery? 12. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I pass, and
Run to the restroom real quick, boys. I'll be right back.
Transcendence.
No one else is good. They have 2 shifts now.
Okay, so he passes his psychic mastery. I need to roll on the perils of the warp. Can someone, Soriel, can you roll me 2d6s real quick?
So 3 and a 1.
So 31. Okay. You see him conjure from his staff as the chain around his arm begins to glow as he's going to burn a miracle to be able to cast 2 spells at once. And he's going to push them both to Transcendence. So you see this black flame begin to conjure from his staff like before, but it swirls above him into a crackling form of a storm of fire and brimstone as some rocks begin to rise up around him, and he combines the molten slag on the ground into a tar black liquid that then fires like napalm upon the creature, dealing... Let me just see here real quick. 1, 2, 5, 6, a total of 44 damage to it. He takes 4 more wounds of damage into himself as he pushes his psychic powers beyond the limit, ripping open the veil of degradation upon the world as he summons it up. Upon doing so, you hear a bit of a choir of the Imperium singing out with kind of like just a choir and hymn song, as well as an organ blast upon the background of the halls, counting of legends being told of the church bells ringing as he brings out 44 damage upon this creature. And he is then going to, with this miracle, transcend it into using the power of regeneration as he pox that psychic power. So
sounds like he's putting all of his eggs in one basket as we speak.
he got a Wrath critical, allowing him to increase the potency
Jesus.
and shifting. So he's able to shift and use the regeneration, gaining back 2d6 mortal wounds. Adding up to 8 mortal wounds removed from him.
That was fun then.
As you see the degradation of the warp kind of shifting around him and cracking into his armor, as his eyes are a blaze of glory of yellow and white flame as he's controlling this dark storm above him, as well as the chains burning hot on his right arm connected to his book, where it looks almost like the condemnation of fire of the Emperor himself is burning in his right hand, and in his left is the psychic power of his mastery, as he is pushing himself to the limit. After this, he is going to choose to sustain regeneration, and he is also going to choose to try to sustain the other powers. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And another mastery roll. He is able to pass. Just barely, keeping both psychic powers active for him to be able to control at his whim and whimsy. It is now your turn, Artorias.
That thing just took 100 wounds. Or 100 damage. Rather.
Right around. There we go.
Oh, you missed Marduk's cool fucking moment.
No, I can't. I kept the headset on. I was just
Oh,
showing.
okay. So he is
I just
like,
didn't want you guys to have
he's
to hear it.
burning with both like faith and psychic power at the same time through his eyes, with a red hot chain on his right and a psychic fire on his left.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. I am still in stealth, right? Should I roll
Yeah,
stealth?
you roll
for
stealth
before
again.
I swing? And then he's been taking 6 damage every turn.
Every round, he just took 6 damage now.
Sweet.
If I hit him with Promethium, would he take like an extra 6, or is it just burn is burn?
Burn is burn unless it allows you to stack. So like when you burn something with your flamer, you can keep stacking the burn damage. Those are d8s.
Yeah, I just realized that. Damn it, sorry.
So like you can stack with your flamer, but like you cannot stack your flamer with another fire effect because they're 2 different kinds. This is warp fire, yours is Promethium fire.
Oh, so it would stack just because different burn, correct?
It would stack if you used Promethium on Promethium, not Promethium on warp fire.
Oh.
I got a 5.
You pass this round.
Yikes. Alright, Is there where I hit him before? Is there anywhere I can see that's kind of damaged?
He's currently being damaged by everything, as he is literally on black fire.
Okay. I'm just
His
gonna whack
flesh is
the leg
melting
again.
off his body.
Beautiful. I will do another just whack right to the PP.
This looks like fucking Swiss cheese.
As you do that, he is going to, Marduk is going to say to you, with the surrounding call booming from his voice, "Brother, cousin Artorius, does thou wish to seek the flame of the Emperor?"
Yes, the Emperor's flame.
Then
And
I
only the
give
Emperor's
to
flame.
you my wrath. So swing.
Okay, and here it is, the initial weapon check.
Using the word bearish trait to be able to
10.
mutate psychic powers into like shifting them to another, he's going to use one of his wrath points to shift this black flame into extra damage to you. So he's going to roll his damage,
Hell yeah.
and half of it will be given to you in extra ED.
Can I roll an awareness check to see if Teal takes notice to that?
Takes notice of what?
The mutation being spread to Artorius when he
It's not spreading a mutation. When I say mutating is that due to his power of psychic mastery, he can convert his shifts to just use a different psychic power, but apply the effects of the first one to the second one to empower it. Does that make sense?
all right.
So,
I
like-
guess it's not as drastic. Yeah.
So, like, normally, Conjure Flame would conjure a flame, but because Black Flame does damage, he is essentially, I'm using my damage in half to give it more ED, based upon how much damage I would do.
That's cool. That makes sense.
That's 15 extra ED, by the way.
Oh!
15 ED versus heresy. How many?
Please tell me this
Sometimes
one
you
is
gotta
brutal.
ask the questions.
15 extra ED. Hell to the fuck yeah. Alright, let me...
Roll a
Yep.
corruption check.
Do you have brutal as a trait? Fucking hell, dude.
He's whacking with his
Yes,
Crozius.
but the brutal is different.
Oh! Oh.
As he does this, his left hand kind of snuffs out as he takes... I need to see how much shock damage he takes. Okay. He takes 10 shock damage from the backlash of the psychic aptitude.
Six, 7, 8, 9. Hold on. 2. 6. I got 15 plus my 14. Got 29 damage.
I counted 18 extra damage.
How did I fuck that up?
Let me see here, because 5s are 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18.
Oh, okay. Alright, yeah.
18 ED,
18 plus my 14.
32.
32 damage. Fuck yeah.
Roll me another d6.
That is a 1.
He's now taking 7 damage per round.
Hell yeah. Destroy it.
Soriel, you noticeably hear Marduk kind of wheezing and huffing and puffing as like this took a great toll on him to do both of these attacks, as he is trying his absolute damnedest to prove himself that he can
hang.
that he is like worthy of trust by putting
how many wounds and shock does he have remaining?
You can roll me a Medicaid.
Good.
Damn.
It's not a regroup, so it's... That's crit success on Wrath. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He has
7,
10
8, 9.
out of 17 wounds remaining, and he has 2 out of 12 shock remaining.
Sorry about that, guys. I just realized I was connected to hotel Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you sound better now.
2 out of 12
Yeah.
shock and 10
Sorry
out of
about that.
17 wounds.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the power of stims? Because I have 4.
Stims is for healing mortal wounds.
Right. Okay. And how many per stim? It's a
Well,
Medicaid,
at
right?
base, the Medicaid, at base, it's 2 wounds per stim. Medicaid can boost it to sometimes 4 or 5, depending. But you have the extra mortal wound that you heal off of your... you have the more extra mortal wound you get from your Medicaid as like an apothecary in battle. So you'd be healing 3 to 4 wounds in battle. But at the moment, he also has the psychic power of regeneration up, which is going to be healing his wounds anyway on his turn.
Okay. That's right. Okay. I think here, because my options are either A, going with the chainsword, or B, I guess I could, like, support him, but I don't know how helpful I'd be if I'd like to give help to him. As like an assist. Is there any particular reason other than RP that you're mentioning, like him huffing and puffing, and like obviously, and, like fucking trying to prove himself here?
There is something more, but
Okay. Let's see here.
if you want, you can try to roll. Well, as you looked at him Medicaid-wise, like you notice that he is visibly worn out, and that he has like he's having heavy breathing. And given that you didn't sense any vitals before or a heartbeat, that sounds strange. But you notice that, like, as the psychic power goes out, that, like, the red hot burning chains, as well as, like, the power of, like, the faith burning around him is, like, getting stronger by the turn. Like, stronger by the moment. Like, it's becoming taxingly powerful.
No. Dust connected here. Yeah, it's almost like as if he's literally draining his own life force into what he's doing.
You sense maybe that your speech has you sense roll me a scholar check. Just
Color
with a plus 2.
+2. Crit success. 1, 2.
You notice
3.
that maybe your talk with him did instill some fervor in him, did instill some change, but at the same time instilled in him the right and want to prove himself beyond all measure, and might have also introduced that I need to sacrifice myself to get rid of this corruption. Damned be all. Fuck it. We ball. I need to fully give everything that I can to prove myself to these people that I'm wheeling of the Emperor and such. And he's basically killing himself, trying to prove himself.
Good man.
So upon noticing this, Soil sort of breaks from holding his chainsaw, but it sort of looks to Marduk. Cousin, your onslaught is the enemy is being beaten back, but you must dial it back. This is going too far upon you.
I serve the Emperor. I serve in his stead to give retribution to his enemies, to bring down.
She's being delivered.
I serve a penance. I serve him.
But you don't get to decide when that penance is served.
You see that yellow golden light is starting to crack around his armor as pulses of black shadow course between the cracks.
Marduk, you must let go. You must relinquish this attack at once. You're losing control.
As you say that, the veil of degradation shifts around you as you feel a noticeable change in the air as things become more erratic, as you feel a pulse of energy kind of flip around you and travel up and around the ground as the walls begin to crack and pulse with a black shadow.
Sorrel tries to oppose this force and march to Marduk to try to grab him by the shoulders and like sort of, not say shake him, but get a physical hold onto Marduk to try and bring him down from this attack and everything.
As you are approaching, roll me a resolve check.
What? I can't reroll any failures in resolve tests. Let's see. I have 2 shifts.
Sure, you could dump them in here if you want, or dump a shift. A shift gives you two extra dice.
Let's, I'll just dump 1 shift on here. I'll use 1 shift for now.
Okay.
So I'll be, I recall, resolve of 3 plus 2. That means 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Wrath of 4.
You pass the check as you're able to approach him. You feel, as you get close to him, you feel as if it is a molten core of plasma erupting in heat from his chest. Where you look at the book that is behind him, that is like, the pages are on fire with it's like a holy fire as the book binding itself is shining with a glimmering stardust. The chain is red hot, bright orange and almost getting to peaks of white as the regeneration power is keeping him alive, and at the same time he is burning so much faith, vigor, and psychic energy that they are fusing together and amplifying his power beyond the transcending reckoning of his own limits, as he is his armor itself is melting between slag and also it's going between different states of matter as the psychic energy with the grounding power of his faith is cracking the walls, and his own bit of soul and shadow are coursing through his own armor and gear and pulsing up the walls as when I say veil of degradation, I'm meaning the psychic manifestations into the materium, the veil. That veil is cracked open, but as it's ripping, you see there's stitches that are forming it up and pressing it against, and whatever it's pressed against the wall, it becomes a black crack that erupts up to it and then pulses right against it, as his armor pulses up from his feet to his head, as if he is at the same time of his own psychic awakening and transcendence, also with his faith keeping a hold on his own soul and trying not to go fucking nuclear with it. And so he's trying his best to put a cork on it and also continue this fervor of faith and power. And you sense that he has this conviction as you talk to him, and he says to you, I need to wipe the slate clean by the fire of the Emperor, by the fire that he gives me. I can see it, I can hear it, I can hear his call. I need to bring upon the anvil to his war, that I might be his retribution, his vengeance upon this ilk of chaos.
So seeing that like also the activation of this book and the red hot chain, I think it's sort of see that that's probably amplifying him, but like beyond what he can control. And so with the chainsword in hand, and in sort of response to what Mard is, Doriel is, and you will be the handler upon that anvil, with your conviction, with your purpose, and you will have to, pray tell, forgive me for what I must do. And Sordiel goes to then, with the chainsword, sever the link between Marduk and the book to sort of relinquish that feedback cycle that's happening between the two.
He looks down at you as you are about to do so and says, No! I refuse! And he, with his reaction and last bit of might, shunts his psychic force between the two of you, backing him into the wall and smashing you into the wall behind you as you both crack, and his skull cracks against the back of the wall. He goes, No! And he drops. As he drops, for a moment, he regains his composure as the psychic force maxes out his shock, and the exhaustion takes hold as he relinquishes it. The power of the restoration continues as everybody in the area from his regeneration power as he summons up a rift. He summons up a rift from the perils of the warp, but the faith then activates and makes it whole as everybody is restored 8 wounds. As that happens, though, he's knocked against the wall, away from his disposition, down from his fervor as the cracks on his armor meld back into whole. His eyes are no longer flaming of white and yellow, and he's exhausted as he slumps against the wall. You feel a crack into your back as overwhelming amount of force, as if your entire back has been shattered to dust and then reforms as all of your bones remanifest with a psychic power of energy as you feel it recompose you and heal you, but no less did it hurt. The chain is still red hot, but he is no longer undergoing a killing manifestation of his soul. Congratulations, for that epic amount of roleplay you gain a point of glory.
Great success.
Great success, glory in the hole.
Oh, so day in the life, have your spine completely dismantle itself and then rematerialize back.
They're doing that to me tomorrow at work.
Not a dirty comment, is it, Artorius?
No.
It's not very convictioning.
Gotta beat that roast into him, you know?
Yeah.
I said nothing.
Gotta beat that pot roast into the cockpot.
Yeah. Why?
Beat that cockpot into the pot roast.
Let's bring the cooking spit into his cockpit.
So,
Jesus.
Soriel, as you look at Marduk, the cracks no longer forming, he seems exhausted but under control again, as what you just witnessed was like a mixture of zealotous fervor and a very toxic trait of trying to kill oneself to prove a point.
Indeed. But he is...
As well as when you touched him, you felt that the wanting to kill oneself, you felt his self-loathing, and it could crush you. You saw what the shadow was. The shadow was his self-hate, manifested. You saw what infects his book. His own warp manifestation of his hatred for himself.
Strong emotions in the warp can lead to the conjuration of beings.
He does not know what lingers in the book, but you saw that shadowy demon that pushed him to almost kill himself, just to try to sanctify himself.
Or so he thought.
Hmm?
No, yes. The demon pushing him to, kill himself.
No, it's the
Oh.
the it's not a demon, it's like the manifestation of his own self-hate.
Understood.
It's a manifestation of his self-hate, his self-loathing, and his emotion of, I need to purify myself because I am a worthless heretic that exists within his light. I need to take every ounce of my soul, and if that means me burning my soul to absolute ruin and death to bring about his judgment, then I will do so, because that is what I need to do to purify myself. That he's wanting to go to that extent. But the shadow is this warp manifestation that is sealed in the book, because the book, remember, contains his journal of all of his past entries, all of his writings, all of his thoughts and ideals, his things he needs to sacrifice and cross out to redeem for himself. That shadowy demon, air quotes, I use warp demon in the sense of air quotes, right. The shadowy spirit is the psychic manifestation in the book.
Understood.
That is like both pushing him to be a better chaplain and also cursing him at the same time, that it would lead him down the road to want to push beyond such a limit. And what you saw was like him pushing his psychic manifestations to the limit, but also his fervor of faith at the same time, and both of them kind of coalescing together to push beyond what a Marine is capable of, but also almost kill him.
So now that the veil and everything has kind of been lifted in Sora's mind, he understands to a degree what is basically all this conflict and everything within Marduk. But alas, he's been knocked out of the fight. He's safe.
He's not knocked out of the fight. He's just like for right now, he's very exhausted. He's not mortally wounded, but he can't for the moment use his psyker powers.
Can Portillo do a bonus action and throw a rock at Burdock? Like a small one, like a piece of rubble?
No, he's a good guy. Come on.
You're in battle right now.
Oh,
you have a Gene Hulk in front of you.
Yeah,
that thing ain't dead yet. Stop trying to kill Marduk.
Marduk right now is no longer the major concern for Sora here.
As the psychic ripple washes away from the veil of degradation, the creature screams out as it takes another blasting of warp fire damage. So we did Artorias' turn. It's now Portil's turn. After you saw all of this go down, Portil, the power this man, that this Astartes wields in both faith and psychic energy, makes
ancient in origin. Convenient. Alright, yeah. No, so I'm gonna take another cleave at him. Well, another attack to say. So cleave. Nothing special. Just holding the line.
Love isn't always on time. Sorry.
Done.
Wow.
For the light. Love isn't always on time.
Alright.
Oh,
Got
whoa,
myself an
whoa.
11. My power sword's mastercrafted. And letting her rip. And
Ooh.
I just got a 12. How many
I see 14 on
shifts
that.
I get? How many shifts I got on that?
Enough
How
for
many-
a conflict.
How many
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's a crazy roll.
So how much damage?
Well, my attack roll was
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Your 11 allows you to give you 2 shifts out of that.
Get out of here. Come on, his AC is that high?
You get 2 shifts out of him. Remember, to get a shift, you need 3 points. That's a minimum of 6 points above what he has.
Alright. Can I use 2 of the shifts to do another round of dirty fighting on him?
I mean, he's still blinded.
I know.
Make him more blind.
Yeah. Deaf, dumb, and blind.
Sure, go for it.
Yeah. Let's put him into a Walmart chair, shall we?
No!
Oh, no.
Alrighty. I'm gonna use one of the third chef for ED. So one of them it's just one ED dice, correct? For a shift.
Extra damage is... Well, if you're shifting to deafen him, you're not getting the extra damage. You're doing it in a conditionary effect.
Oh.
If you're doing the
It's
other...
just-
If you're using one shift to do the condition effect, then you use another shift to get the extra ED. It's 2 ED per shift.
Well, it takes 2 shifts to do my dirty fighting.
Then it would consume both the shifts to then do the dirty fighting. You wouldn't get any extra damage out of it. You would just get the condition.
Oh, forgive me. I thought I had 3 shifts. Okay. Yeah. No, I'll just do the.
You used 2 shifts before to blind him, and you got 2 shifts now that you can do something else with, I guess.
Okay.
I would say the extra damage because he's low health, but
Let's put that bitch into a wheelchair. Yeah. So I'm gonna restrain him with this attack.
you can
I'm gonna-
attempt.
Okay. Yeah. I'm totally gonna attempt with that 56.
So, okay. Hold on. So,
Handcuffs?
you're attacking him with a sword, and you're doing to hit. You're doing hit with the sword to do damage. If you wanted to restrain him, you would try to restrain him with your hands, not do an attack against him with the sword.
Could I do an aimed attack at his legs in that case? Keep him immobile.
You could do an aimed
Arms
attack at his
are arms.
legs. Whether it has effect on his mobility is up to the dice.
This bomb is mobile.
Okay.
The identity of the trigger man is a mystery.
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Hey, see Chris Hansen now. I calls you Chris Hansen.
I want man's butt.
I'm a warrior, Chris. I'm a warrior.
I'm a warrior. I had time in there, Chris. I was forged a warrior in there, Chris.
Booty is more important than
Do it
water.
again. Mobile is such a pain in the ass.
That's why you need a laptop.
Yeah. I got a tablet. That's my media device, but at the same time, it's still pretty much mobile.
Are you
Yeah,
working
but
this
the
week?
tablet's bigger, though.
It's not gonna help the interface. I'm gonna tell you that.
Like a smart pen or something with the tablet.
Well, with my phone, I split screen the app with Google Chrome, so I can see Owlbear. Well, I can see Discord, which I open Owlbear through, and Chrome, so I can see my character sheet and the map at the same time.
Damn, that's a lot of RAM usage.
Yeah, it's
More
fine.
dedicated at Wham.
More dedicated WAM for the server.
It's a Google Pixel Pro 10.
Hello, Skittis. Skittis.
Skitties.
Hello, Skitty.
Alrighty, so
Skitty, did you take your oil today?
7 extra damage. So 14. So that's 21 damage.
21.
That's
And he
not
goes
bad.
straight into a Walmart chair.
So you slice into his legs. He can't move from the position that he's in, or he can move, but it's slow.
He
But it
falls
will-
straight into a Walmart chair.
But he's still standing, just not well.
This fucking thing. This is-
Sorio.
His legs can't collapse over his obeseness.
He didn't get his legs damaged that much. You dealt
Okay,
a good
okay.
chunk damage to his legs, but did not take out his legs. Sorio,
Okay.
you're up.
Brothers, what are our thoughts here with... 'cause we're wailing into this fucking thing. Just wondering, what are our thoughts here with perhaps, like, using the glory to finish off the beast or so? You guys fought one of these, like, from your experience, like...
Yeah, it did take a minute. Would that be a waste of the glory? Or,
I don't know.
is
It depends also kind of like, also what we've got going after this and things. I think it's probably good to use our glory. I mean, if we don't use it, I guess we just get a card the next round. I don't know. I'm just bringing it up because it's there. For thoughts,
Yeah.
if you think we can finish this off without it, then that's fine. I just wanted to bring up that
I think since
resource.
we've been... Yeah, that's a good idea. And I'm sure it would finish it off, but I think we can hold on to it
Okay.
for now, because we're not in a desperate struggle. If one of us was really wounded, and I mean
True.
one of us by, like, not the word bear, then
Oh,
I would say let's
fuck.
do it.
Marduk, he's doing his best to help you.
I know, but he's still a dirty
Pick up
traitor.
Murdoch and throw him at the abomination.
Oh, god damn it. He healed all of you.
Glory! We throw him at such velocity, he penetrates the genome.
Walmart chairs for everybody.
Oh my god.
God.
Fucking call me the harmacist.
Well, go ahead and do your bolter shenanigans if you want to.
Yeah. Well, no, my bolter's empty. So I'd have to use a reload. Which isn't a reload a full
Bonus action.
turn thing? It's bonus. Oh,
No.
it's a bonus action?
Reload's just you pop the reload if you want.
Does it count as a...
It's a resource consumption thing. So you use the reload to use your burst. That was
Oh.
your gun. You don't technically. You haven't emptied out your bolter yet. You still have. Think of your burst as you're firing three rounds from it.
Oh,
3 separate
okay.
attack rounds, because it's not tearing into it. I mean, it is an auto bolter, but like it's not out of ammo yet. I would assume.
okay.
If you want to put it in like Space Marine SM2 terms, you did full 3 trigger pulls. You're maybe what, halfway through your ammo cache now?
Okay, fair enough. Yep. I don't think these two gentlemen next to the hull can take that kind of damage if I were to misfire again with them in melee range.
Fucking fires and misses and hits Marduk.
Again, and stay down. No, okay.
Poor Teal holds in action a sweet chin music Sorial.
Huh?
Oh, never mind. It's a WWF move. Wrestling. Yeah, never mind.
So
Shawn
I
Michaels.
know shifts can go for 2 ED. What do can you use wraths at all? They're just for rerolling. You can't use
Wrath
them
is
both
the
for
same
hits.
thing as a shift. So you can either use a Wrath to
Oh.
boost the ED. So say you want to boost a hit. It adds 2 extra dice. So you can boost the hit, you can boost the damage. But remember, if you're doing the burst round, you can't do it to add extra hit. You can only do it to add extra damage.
I think what I'm gonna do here actually is I'm gonna instead. I think I'm just gonna go with the chainsword in melee.
Okay.
Just to kind of play it safe with the squad.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, so that's gonna be it's 14 plus 4 AD, which is 15 plus 4 AD with what's it called? It's not bullet disciplines. Angels of Death, 1 for Strides weapons. I'm going to use both a shift and 1 wrath, get 4 AD. That's gonna push me to 15 plus 8 ED, which then the chainsword has brutal. So that's gonna be up to 23 plus 8 ED. And now I shall roll my extra dice. 4, 6, 7. But I need to roll actually weapon skill first to actually see if I hit it. So that's 9 with the chainsword. That is a wrath critical. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the roll, but wrath critical 6. Do I hit?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's 23 plus 8 ED. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 27 on the chainsword. That sword, it goes in with the wrath of sort of motivated by knowing that Marduk has been preserved, but with this threat to his brothers, the glory of a great kill, he goes with the chainsword and hacks at the Hulk's side, attempting to expose organs and deal mortal damage if possible.
Excuse.
So how much damage did you deal?
1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 27.
Okay. It is pretty wounded. Did you get a wrath critical at all or no?
I did on the attack roll, like whether I did.
Yeah,
or
I'm
not
gonna just say
didn't.
I'm gonna just say you fucking kill it.
All right.
Your wrath critical punches a grisly wound through it as it drops to the ground with your chainsword,
God, it's him.
and you carve the heart out of it.
It's Jason Warhammer.
By the
Did
lion.
he really just pick up a hammer?
He did. He picked up one of the hammers.
The
By the lion,
Did he just
glory
pick
of
up
the
a hammer?
first. This beast has been slain by my hand.
Excellent, brother.
Right. Well. At this point, status check. How's everyone on wounds and things? I think we're actually all unscathed.
Yeah, except for Marduk.
Well, yeah, he has 0 shock, but he has full wounds.
Sorry, no,
Oh,
he
he'll
has
be
he
fine.
has
He's
he has
He took
full
10 wounds.
he has full wounds, but he has max shock.
Yeah, no, he's looking
Oh.
pretty good. He's looking pretty good right now.
Well, fuck you.
He's fine. He's fine.
How is his mind?
All right, yeah, Portiel will go, and the Gene Hulk's dead at this point, correct?
Yes.
Very.
Yeah. Portiel, with the experience he has from the other one, he's gonna attempt to scavenge anything that this
Investigation.
Gene Hulk- Yeah, I'll roll an investigation. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Navigating the impossible, but still doing it. Yes. Here I am on there, and my character sheet at the same time. No.
This fucking assault bolts are fucking slaps. Holy fuck.
And what check did you want me to have?
Investigation.
Investigation.
Not including the fucking
Come
fire.
on, dude. It's only 3.
Not including
It's
the
gonna be a crit though.
Um,
Yeah, I'm gonna use a wrath to re-roll that.
Okay.
yeah. Number 3.
3. 5 wrath.
You find 44 Ordos on him. And
Okay. Okay. Is any of this individual's appendages like deadly even when inert?
you cut through it and you notice that the mutation that he has is, well, all Genestealers have acid blood, right? So you need to watch out for the acid blood. You need to watch out for like the mutations that it carries. You quickly kind of like collect the Ordos that is in its gut and move on with it, as anything else is just going to melt into biomass eventually, and if it melts into biomass on you, it's going to fucking burn the hole through your armor.
So what did Gene Hulk have for a weapon?
It was just using like rebar and rock mixed together into like a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Like a primitive sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Powered by a fucking freight train.
Empowered by Mock Jesus. Okay, yeah, no. Well, how many Ordos was this so I can mark it down?
44.
44.
44.
Now we'll have 88.
So I take my 30 Ordos from before back from Artorias, so it's 70 Ordos in my inventory.
Marduk looks over at Soriel as you approach, as he says to you, I'm sorry you had to see me like that.
Well, Marduk, I did shoot you.
You get shot and then come to apologize to us? What a nice guy. What a swell man.
Perfect.
You did well.
I would like to roll a resolve.
To what?
So the original plan for Teal and Artorias was to
lure Murdoch out and get him murked off so we could acquire that extremely suspicious book that he has that is clearly tainted in some shape or form.
You don't have the revelation that Soriel has.
You're right. That's why
Yeah.
he's doing a. Okay. All right. How would we go about this? Because Portiel's getting urges right now. So.
Well, I was gonna first let Soriel and Marduk
to
have
act
their.
on a plan.
I was gonna first have them have their roleplay moment, and then you can go from there.
Okay.
Soriel, you approach Marduk as Portiel's rummaging through the guts of this creature. And he says to you, "I'm sorry you had to see me like that, cousin. I didn't expect my emotions to get the better of me."
Cousin, I did fire upon you.
He
If it's worth
staggers.
anything.
He staggers to his feet, holding his staff Crozius, and says to you, "Are you wounded in any way?" As he limps forward.
Old cousin puts a hand to his shoulder. No. For all the violence of your zeal, you did in fact actually mend those around us. We are okay. How are you?
I'm tired. It seems I've pushed myself quite far this time. My emotions surged and I felt joy, commendation, conviction, the ability to prove myself again, to show the Emperor. And I heard a voice. I heard his voice. The chimes, the bells, the church. I could hear the organ, the choir. I wished to bring that forth. Could you hear it? The church bells toll, the organs play, the choir sing, the canticles, the litanies. Did you hear it, cousin?
Directly, no, cousin. However, their fervor, their emotional energy, the magnitude of their power and how it was magnified about your aura, that was made apparent to all.
I shall recover. Aristates' body is stronger than that, and I've suffered much worse. Give me a moment to regain my composure. May I lean upon you for a moment?
Yes, you may, cousin.
Ye-
I believe you, though claim to be fine. I do concur as I'm struggling to pick up any vitals. Seems to be don't seem to be showing up well on my scanners. Sorry, knows what he's saying here for a reason.
He says to you, "There's a reason for all things. And that is part of my affliction as to why I can never rest."
Sorry, looks at them almost quizzically. It's sort of in the space between the two of them. Actually, this is kind of between the two of them. Perhaps a conversation for a different setting.
Yes. As you help to stabilize him, he uses a safe version of his regeneration spell mixed with his faith to give him better shock absorption, healing off 2d6 shock. He gets 5 shock off as he kind of looks at himself and says, "Oh, I can breathe again." As you are done picking up your coins, Portil, you look to the side where Marduk is kind of put an arm around Portil. Sorry, not Portil, Soriel, as he's balancing himself, and it appears to be like kind of like on his like chest, gripping his pendant, using his faith as he says a prayer or 3, slowly healing himself. Regaining composure and such.
Portil relaxes. Just watches the scene unfold. Not seeing anything clearly wrong with the situation. But the knowledge in the back of his head. Lingering.
He takes a hand off Soriel. "Thank you, cousin. Now, with that defeat behind us, with that victory behind us, shall we continue?"
Aye.
Yes.
The catacombs beyond where this fell beast ventured from await us. Are we ready, brothers?
I now say to you that we all can continue if you wish to, or we can end session here.
Oh man, I need to go to bed so bad.
Okay.
I've been ready for bed as soon as we started.
We can end session here.